Quite the scrap in there tonight. How did you feel about your performance this evening?
So I knew going into this my opponent was going to be tough. You could see that in the fight. It was all back and forth. So full credit to him. I've dropped a lot of guys with that same right hand, and he stayed in the pocket. So he's got a hard head, and I just got to give all the credit to my coach Eugene Behrman and my team City Kickboxing that prepared me well for what was to come. And you could see that in Shane's performance as well, getting the win. It's a good result for the gym, and now we've got Izzy's fight. So it's going to be a good night for the gym.
You gave a lot of respect to your opponent. I don't think most people knew anything about him. How much, you said you expected him to be tough. I mean, had you seen, other than that one fight, had you seen any more? What did you know about him?
Yeah, I've watched a few fights. My coach actually is the one that game plans and watches all the fight footage. So he, saw a few things that we've been working on and that we could use to our advantage. But 18-1 that's a hard thing to do in this fight game, especially in MMA. It's so even that to rack up a 12-fight win streak, even if you are taking easier fights, it's hard to do. So people need to respect his debut fight. It was a tough fight for me, but it's a good win to get on my record now, and looking forward to the future.
At the end of 15 minutes, how confident were you? I mean, they had to suffer out through the read and everything. What did you think?
Yeah, it was close. I thought I'd done enough in that third round, just ring control and volume. I got a few takedowns as well, and I felt like I was landing the cleaner punches. But I'm not a judge, but it's always going to be hard in your hometown to get the win. So I'm so happy to get the result and to do it in front of Melbourne, Australia. It's kind of like my hometown over here. They love us so much. So I'm so thankful for the turnout, and can't wait to be back. And I can't wait to for the UFC to come back to Auckland, New Zealand, and hopefully can put on a show there. That's always been my dream.
That's the last thing for me. I mean, you had a couple back-to-back fights pretty quick. What do you want? You want to keep rolling and keep this thing going? You need a little time. What's the plan for you next?
It was a quick turnaround. 8 weeks. Well, it was a week. I took a week off, and then I was back into an 8-week camp. So for now, I'll take a little rest. I hurt my hand a little bit. Just let it rest up. But I heard a rumor that they're coming back to Brisbane in August. So I'd love to do that, and I'd love to get a higher ranked opponent and set something up. I want to fight those the big names in the division. There's not many of us now. They've been cutting a few, so hopefully tonight I showed the flyweights it's a fun division. We're so close, evenly matched. I mean, so anyone can beat anyone in any night. So I just want to keep pushing the division to be exciting and keep going for those finishes.
Just on that, have you had any more clarity from the UFC this week about what's happening with the division? And has it crossed your mind that you could be fighting maybe one weight class up if the UFC does come to Auckland later on in the year?
Yeah, I haven't heard actually anything. I've just been keeping my head down and focusing on this fight one fight at a time. But if they want me to move up, I know Match now, our flyweight as well as Sergio Pettis have all gone up to bantam. So it's something to look to in the future. If that's the case, I don't mind doing that. But I'll sit down with my coaches and I'll sit down with the UFC and we'll see we'll go from there.
Just quickly, also wondering, what's it like to be on the card with Shane and Israel? And I mean, Eugene would be very busy in the back there with your team. What was that like warming up and sort of preparing?
You couldn't have asked for a better preparation. Such a big occasion, fighting in the Rod Laver Arena. 2 weeks ago I was watching the tennis on TV and I was like, I'm going to be fighting here. And it's pretty surreal to be in there and actually feel the crowd and how intimate it is. It's an amazing venue to fight in, and a privilege of me to represent New Zealand on that world stage. But to be in the locker rooms, the cranking music, just like a normal day at City Kickboxing, so it's awesome. We did a group prayer before my fight, just Eugene takes it, he just says, bow your heads, just look after us tonight, hopefully we all get the result that we wanted, and just to go out there and put on a show. And it's nice to have that family environment before you go out in such intense sporting moment. Yeah.
On the media day, you were hanging out a lot with Henry Cejudo. What were you talking about, and how far do you think you are from shot at his title?
Yeah, so me and Henry have a good relationship. He was my coach on the Ultimate Fighter season 24. I was just catching up. It's the first time I've actually seen him since we wrapped up from that show. So it's been 2 years since we've actually seen each other face to face. Well, no, 3 years actually. So it was cool to just pick his brain, say congrats, and he saved the division or hopefully saved it, you know. But yeah, we were just saying, he was just saying, go out and get the win tonight, and you know, say what you want after the fight. After you get this win, tell the UFC what you want to do, and hopefully they'll listen. So it's awesome to have him ringside. When I jumped up on the cage after the fight, that's the first person I actually looked at, and you know, he was applauding me, and you know, it was awesome to have him there. Yeah.
After the fight, you mentioned you come through a bit of adversity before tonight. Can you talk a bit more about what you're referencing there?
Oh, I just mean in the fight. I probably worded it wrong. Just in the fight, I mean adversity. He landed a few good body shots, a few hard knees. So yeah, he was a tough kid. 23, but he's got a bright future. Yeah.
How are you feeling downstairs?
Yeah, I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good. Yeah, he landed a nice one right in the family jewels, but yeah, I'm glad I got a steel cup on, so I could still live to tell another day.
You had a fairly heartbreaking story leading up to the fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have been familiar with that. Does that factor into your, like, can you even register that when you're preparing for a fight, or do you just kind of have to strip away the face and just focus on the skill set?
You know, at the end of the day, we're all human. So when someone loses someone they love, it's you know, it's sad. You don't want to wish that upon anyone, especially an opponent that you're about to compete against. So yeah, I give my condolences to him. That would be so hard to go into a fight knowing that your partner's not there. But yeah, you just got to block it out. At the end of the day, he's coming to take what's mine. I want to be. I want to further my career, and he wants to further his. So nothing personal, just business. And yeah, hopefully he gets another fight, and he has a long career in the UFC.
And you had also spoken in the build-up that you had a specific, almost like a premonition about how the fight would end. But it obviously didn't go to a stoppage. But can you share with us what you thought was going to happen?
Yeah, he's quite tall, you know, and if you look at the blueprint of fights that I've had against taller fighters, I usually catch them, you know, with an overhand right or some sort of punch. So I was surprised when he ate some of those punches and stayed in the pocket, because it's dropped a lot of people, and that's why my hands are a bit sore now. So yeah, he's got a hard head, tough kid, but yeah, I feel like I was a bit too. I listened to my corners very well. That's what got me through that fight in that third round. They were saying, you know, slip that too. That's what he's throwing a lot, and counter back, stay in the pocket, but come back firing. So that's what I did.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.